Hello, it's Joelle, and welcome to this 10-minute practice for pain or tightness in the side body. For today's practice, you may want to have one block handy. I'll be showing some poses with or without, and we're going to be starting standing. So come to the center of your mat, and we're just going to start swaying the upper body from side to side. So just go at your own pace, keep the feet together at first. And let the hands kind of naturally slide up and down the sides of your legs. So in everyday life, we tend to only move backwards and forwards, so we don't really think about our side body very much until, of course, it starts to feel tight or even uncomfortable. So today we'll just explore a bit of a different range of motion to see if we can open that up. Great job, and then we'll come back to center, step the feet about hip widths apart now, and we're going to reach the left arm up towards the sky, place the right hand on the hip, and then just reach that left arm over. And once you're there, we're going to start kind of tilting the upper body towards the ground and then up towards the sky. So it's almost like you're bringing your armpit to face the floor, and then bringing it up towards the ceiling. And again, just go at your own pace here. And then we'll come back up and simply switch sides. So it's the right arm now that goes up towards the ceiling and then over. And then we're going to try those little tilting motions down and up. And this motion is one that will probably already give you a sense of how your side body is feeling, whether there's any tightness in the lower back or in the side of the hip, maybe through the obliques or even into the IT band. And then we'll just come back up to center. Great job. And now we're going to step the right foot behind the left and we'll lean forward. So this is one where a block might be a nice idea if the hamstrings are a little bit tight. So what we're looking for here is to bend that front knee as we keep the back leg, the right leg, straight. So again, any support at all that you need to bring the floor a little bit closer to you, whether that's a block or a stool, is perfectly welcome here. And we're pushing that right hip out towards the side. So chances are you'll really feel this in the lower body. And then we can simply tiptoe the fingertips back to center, straighten the legs out, and we'll try the other side. So using a block or without, tiptoeing over towards the right side now as we push the hips out towards the left. So again, our front knee, our right knee in this case, is a little bit bent. And we're doing our best to keep that back leg, our left leg, straight. And just breathe into any sensations that you feel here. Thanking your body for trying something a little bit different today. And then we can come back to center, bring the feet back together, and we'll simply roll back up to standing. Great job. So as a transition now, we're going to reach up towards the sky, straighten out, and then we can fold forward into Uttanasana, standing forward fold. And then on an inhale, we'll lift up halfway. And on an exhale, you can step it back to plank and lower down to Chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog, and exhale to find our downward facing dog, reaching the hips up towards the ceiling as we lift the right leg up, bending that knee, stretching out through the right side body as the knee comes even higher to the ceiling. Holding here for one more breath. Beautiful work. And then we can step that right foot forward and we're going to come into our 90-90. So again, a great option here for the block. If the hips are not quite reaching the floor or it doesn't feel comfortable, we can sit up on a block. And then our left hand is going to come towards our left knee as we reach the right arm up and over. And this is a really deep seated side stretch. Probably one of my favorites. In fact, as I was filming this sequence, I realized that I myself need to be stretching my side body a little bit more often. It felt really good. Great job. And let's just swivel over so we are in a 90-90 Position again with 2 right angles. This time our left leg is in front, and our right hand can come towards the right knee as we lift the left arm up now, up and over. Remember, you can still be sitting up on that block if that feels nice. So discomfort in the side body can happen if our obliques get tight or intercostal muscles between the ribs. But of course, it's also closely linked to tightness in the spine, the hips, the legs. So if ever our body isn't able to move in one direction as well as it should, it tends to overcompensate with help from other areas. And now let's just step back up into downward facing dog. Make your way there any way you'd like. And once you're there, we can lift the left leg up now towards the ceiling, reaching that right knee up. Holding here just for one more breath as we stretch through the left side of the body. And then we can set that foot back down into downward facing dog. Beautiful work. And now we'll just step that right foot forward into a lunge. You can gently release the back knee to the ground, keeping the front knee more or less over the ankle. And again, you might place the left hand on a block or maybe on the floor as we reach the right elbow up towards the sky and then back down towards our knee. So again, go at your own pace, never forcing anything. So if other areas try to help out or take over here, they can get tight in time too. So it's nice to stretch out our side body. And then we can just drop the left hip, the outer left hip towards the ground, either staying up on the left hand or maybe bringing that elbow onto a block. You could also place the block under a hip, if that feels nice. Really good. And we'll come out of that deep side stretch, press back into downward facing dog, and then let's just see how the other side is doing. So the left leg steps forward, you can release that back knee onto the ground. And once again, using a block under the right hand might be a nice idea as we place the left hand onto the shoulder and start opening that elbow up and closing it back down. And let me thank Angie Jacobson, who commented on my video for scoliosis, requesting a video for side body pain or tightness. And we can release that movement. Beautiful. And just kind of wiggle that left foot out to the side as we release the right hip to the ground. And any support here is, again, always welcome, whether that's a hip under the, a block under the hip or under the hand or under the elbow. Just make the stretch your own and see how it's feeling today. You can, of course, do this video as often as you would like, and I will link to that scoliosis video as well as to an IT band pain 10-minute sequence. So depending on whether you're tight in the upper or lower side body, you might like to try those as well. Wonderful. So we're just going to come onto our backs now. Couple more exercises here. So make your way there any way you'd like. Place the hands behind the head as if you were going to do a sit-up, but don't worry, we're not. We're simply going to drop both knees over towards the right, doing our best to keep both shoulder blades on the ground here. Feeling a stretch through those left abdominal muscles, maybe a little bit through the outside of that left thigh as well. Closing the eyes here. Letting the breath release any tension at all. And we'll simply swing the knees back up towards the sky now and over towards the left. Again, keeping both shoulder blades nicely grounded here. And just breathing. And if, like Angie, you have any requests for future sequences, or if you'd just like to let me know how this one went once you're finished, then please do leave me a comment below. I love hearing from all of you, and I'm happy to help if I can. And we can release that side stretch. We'll come into a Shavasana, just closing the eyes here as we lie on our backs for a few more moments. Thanking yourself for taking these 10 minutes, even if that's all we've got. It can really make a difference in our bodies and mind. Thank you for joining me today. Please do subscribe to my channel for future videos, and I hope to see you again soon. Namaste.